These are seeds Tate planted to have an army of defenders for his eventual arrest. Now it's time for us to do a little clout sharking here. We made fun of it last week, but we have to do another report on it this week because we were in error. What are we talking about? Of course, we're talking about Andrew Tate. So last week, we reported on the Andrew Tate versus Greta clout shark extravaganza that seemingly led to Andrew Tate's arrest. Well, we know now that might not have been correct. We say might here because local news reports from Romania have stated that Andrew Tate's social media post with Jerry's Pizza, a Romanian pizza chain, did lead to his arrest. However, according to the Associated Press, Roma Bolo, a spokesperson for the Romanian anti-organized crime agency, DICOT, which has been investigating Tate for approximately 9 months, says the pizza boxes had nothing to do with it. So how did numerous news reports get this wrong, including our own? Well, for that, we'll now turn to the source of the viral news story, Alejandro Calballo, for her explanation of how she came to her conclusions and how the rest of us got swept into it. So we're going to go line by line on this because it's important and we're going to talk about it. So, quote, "I've gotten quite a bit of pushback about my pizza box tweet. I want to explain my thought process and acknowledge the fair criticism. I had no idea that this would go insanely viral. Full thread behind why I tweeted. Here. I read reporting by Bravado, a local Romanian news organization. Specifically, they reported that authorities mobilized after seeing social media posts indicating the brothers were together. This is a bit different than my post stating about being in the country. After I read this, I decided to check Andrew Tate's social media. He was famously booted from the social media in August. However, he had an Instagram ban evasion account, but that last post was on December 5th. No real discernible location. These are those posts. So I checked his Twitter. As some have noted, he posted a video titled Romania. However, there's no indication that it was the day and not a reposted video. There's nothing clarifying the date and time from this video. The next day, he tweeted a video saying where to, and that was an airport in Prague, Czech Republic. So it's unclear where he actually was, given that he was flying out from the Czech Republic. There's a bunch of other posts, but none that clearly identify a location that can put him at his home with a confirmed time frame. Quite a few feature him in front of palm trees, which is definitely not in Romania, and indicates Dubai. This is confirmed by prior videos showcasing his Dubai mansion that matches his recent videos about the Matrix and the picture he posted trolling Greta with his Bugattis. The Bugatti is obviously not in Romania. It is in his Dubai mansion. It's in the video here with palm trees. That means that this picture he tweeted at Greta was definitely not in Romania. So even that did not have his location. One final post was the castle. This was a reposted content from months ago, and it's actually a hotel in Italy. Again, indicating that his post content, and you can't be certain if he's actually where he says. As for Tristan, he doesn't post photos of where he's at on Twitter much, at least not in the last month. His just recently Instagram posts were in Dubai and a tailor shop that I could not locate. So no recent indication that he's in Romania with Andrew. So that brings us to the pizza video response. The reason I settled on that is because it's only post with a confirmed time and place that puts Andrew Tate in Romania in his home that could not be reposted content. I think it's fair that people are criticizing me for jumping to conclusions. This is not confirmed by Romanian officials, and I'm basing my assumption off of a poorly Google translated article from Romanian reporting. However, I did the work and looked at the socials to check. Do I think that this was the defining piece of evidence for the police? Absolutely not. I do not believe that it could have been used to... I do believe that it could have been used to easily place Andrew Tate as his home in Romania within a tight time frame. It could also be verified by calling the pizza location, which is what some of the local media reports had said. Additionally, it's almost certain that Romanians knew he was in the country due to his border entry. The problem is knowing exactly where he is in the country. My original post didn't make that clear, and I should have been more concise. Should have been more clear. I wouldn't say concise. I think conciseness is what you in the first place. The issue here is that Twitter has this character limit, right? So you have to try to fit everything within, 255 characters or less. And in that post, it's like, oh, look, it's the pizza boxes. That was almost a full tweet. And there wasn't any room really to fit in there, like, I believe, yada, 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 right? So my post could be written off as speculation, but I checked the socials. There's nothing else out there that definitely places Andrew Tate at a specific time and place within the last few days or weeks. We'll know more in the coming days. Using public information posted by suspects to plan arrest is a common tactic by law enforcement. It's valuable intel for any agency planning a major raid. I certainly believe officials saw that video and at a minimum knew about it. I should have shown my work initially, but it was a lot and I felt rushed to put it out there. This thread has already taken me an hour to put together when the initial research took me only a few minutes. Anyways, I strive to be more open and responsible going forward. Ending there. So on this show, we will do our best to not only correct mistakes we made, like we just did, but we do our best to not make them in the first place. We do not want to become a vector for wrong information, but this should not be confused with fake news or disinformation. Getting a story wrong is not purposefully misleading nor making up facts. It's just being wrong. But building narratives for the culture war that you know are wrong, in part or in total, now that, my friends, is actually spreading disinformation. This is at least partly what is going on with some of Tate's most adherent defenders. All across social media, scummy taint lickers are posting that Andrew Tate was already released from jail because he didn't do anything wrong, and that, quote, being a lover boy isn't illegal. These are seeds Tate planted to have an army of defenders for his eventual arrest, with his unoriginal, "The Matrix send their goons after me" tweets. Let's look at the first claim that Andrew Tate was released from jail. First up, the facts. The Romanian authorities have successfully petitioned the courts to hold Andrew Tate, his brother, and 2 others for 30 days pending trial. When Andrew Tate was detained back in April, he was released within 24 hours, despite the serious allegations against him. The rumors of his release were using the April's information to defend him here. The reason for his initial release are muddy, so we don't want to go into speculation on why he was initially released back in April in this segment. We will do a deeper dive as a standalone video essay in the future. Secondly, let's look at the Loverboy claims. Andrew Tate and his confederates are being accused of human sex trafficking. This isn't being a loverboy or a pimp in the I can get all the women sort of way, but violence and pew. DCOT alleges that the 4 suspects formed an organized criminal group that stretched from Romania to Britain and the United States for the purpose of committing the crime of human trafficking. Make no mistake, human sex trafficking is okay? Full stop. So this idea that he's simply a ladies' man, from the information that we know, from the allegations against him, from his own words, which we are about to get into, is bullshit. So let's talk about more of this. So the authorities allege that 2 of the suspects misled the victims into, quote, believing that they intended to enter into marriage or cohabitation relationships, while transporting victims to Romania and later sexually exploiting them with physical violence and coercion. Andrew Tate has admitted to this in his tweets on his website in the past. We'll look at some of those examples now. So here's a video of Andrew Tate, in his own words, copping to some of the things he's being accused of. Listen.
Also, when you're a real G, is that you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. You're making moves, you're making money. You gotta go to Poland, you gotta go to Warsaw, Dubai, Miami. Anyone who watches Tate Confidential knows I'm all over the place. So I end up with all these chicks just stuck in their house, sitting there, bored, completely in love with me. And of course, they don't go out. They're not allowed out.
They're not allowed out. He says this as if that's a badge of honor. He says this as if this is something you should do as a man against a woman, using your intimidation and inherent imbalance of power due to your physical stature in order to control the women in your life.
Like, oh, Tate's away, so they go out with their friends. No. You don't go to the club with your friends. I don't know what kind of ass dude is letting his chicks go to the club with her friends without him. No.
Yeah.
No. You stay in the house. You don't go nowhere. You're not, no restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
All right. So there's already that. That's coercion. That is kidnapping. That is unlawful detention. All admitted to right there as being something that a man should do. Let's continue on, though. There's other stuff in this tweet thread that's still up. We're not taking this from the Wayback Machine, as we have to take one of the other ones, of him admitting to other stuff. This here is a video of his compound. Let's watch this. So this tweet says, Tristan and Andrew released footage of their complex to Romanian media to prove they don't kidnap girls. However, the geniuses also showed that they have a security gate and armed guards controlling the situation. Let's watch this nonsense. There's a woman walking in, kind of mulling about the place. The gate closes. The gate's closing. Hey, hurry up. Come in. Come on. And then there's this bodyguard right here. Right here. On the outside of the gate. This Tate security guard guy is keeping ladies from going out of the area, is the claim being made here. Now, it's a claim being made here, but given his words above, that's not something that's far out of the realm of possibilities. In fact, it's probably what is actually going on here. Now, we have to go to the Wayback Machine for this stuff because this person has since deleted their account. And there's a lot of information here about Andrew Tate and everything that goes along with it. So let's scroll down a bit. Let's find out the issue that we want to go. Tate has featured on a number of prominent right-wing YouTube channels, including Zubby Music, Prison Planet, Infowars, Rational Mail, and a number of other podcasts over the years celebrating his intellectual philosophy, which is nothing but rank misogyny and hustle culture. What's in vogue right now? So in 2016, this is big. So this is why I'm saying this goes to his character and why he's likely guilty of what he's accused of. So in 2016, Andrew Tate was removed from Big Brother's house, UK version, after videos emerged of him online showing him hitting a webcam model with a belt on camera. He was also in the news blaming women for being raped. Big Brother's Andrew Tate said women should bear responsibility for being raped in viral tweets. This is not consensual. This is him hitting another house member with a belt to establish dominance, but not in the consensual kinky way that everybody's fine with. Well, most people are fine with. So this video, which we can't access because again, this person has deleted their Twitter, probably because Andrew Tate's vile, disgusting human beings fans went after him, said that, quote, this video shows Andrew Tate standing over a woman and whipping her, ordering her to tell him she loves him and threatening to kill her if she messages another guy ever again, whenever they are together or not. That is probably this video here. Another video shows Andrew Tate asking a brunette to explain why she has bruises, claiming he hit her because she's a jerk. She then hides in a locked room as he shouts, if you've behaved, I wouldn't have to have hit you. This is the classic Bravo bullshit that abusers do all the time. Doesn't matter if the abuse is emotional or physical. When somebody is engaged in a cycle of domestic abuse, they always blame the victim. They always claim they do it because they love them. And it always goes in cycles of love bombing / you're a piece of shit / I have to hit you or belittle you in order to make myself feel better and make you know your place. And I love you again. It goes in a cycle. It is clear that that's what this guy does based on all this evidence that we have. And this evidence is still out there. I found this first and I thought this was good enough. The evidence is still out there. We can see it, okay? And there's more. So here's another video of Andrew Tate smacking a girl across the face after not repeating a phrase he instructed her to say word for word. She can be heard crying and seems genuinely frightened and upset. She also has a Tate tattoo. I think that's enough here. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here because I think that this requires a very in-depth discussion. It deserves its own segment to explore all the reasons why this is wrong. I think this is enough evidence to go off of to understand that all the people defending him don't know what they're talking about or want to do the same thing that he's doing. It is too much. It is way too much that this is happening. So, if you're going to send a bunch of useless meatheads out to defend you, maybe don't half admit to the things you are accused of and don't have evidence of the rest of it. Human trafficking is bad enough, but it gets worse for these accusations. Authorities also said that one of the suspects, not saying which one right now, that's going to come out in court, raped a victim on 2 separate occasions in March of 2022. So two instances of one of the 4 people being arrested right now, detained in Romania, is accused of rape. And at least 6 of the victims were allegedly sexually exploited by the organized crime group, Tate, his brother, and the 2 others, in addition to these accusations. So if anybody tries to tell you that Andrew Tate is just a ladies' man, you now know what he's actually accused of, what he's admitted to, whatever evidence shows that he's done, and now you can take it to the people that are trying to defend him and shove it in their face. And that's what we all need to do. Every single time this comes up, we need to be outright just putting it up there everywhere. We need to flood the zone like these people are doing to show how much of a piece of crap this person is. Break their echo chambers, break into their bubbles, and drop fact bombs on them. That will, 1, help some people that might be falling down the rabbit hole not fall down it. 2, expose them for the con artists that they are. And 3, might pull people out. So you will see me doing that on occasions across social media. And I hope that some of you do it as well. And in fact, that's partly why I'm producing this video.